light, and it's going to be on and off here throughout the rest of the day. And then there are going to be some more moderate to heavy cells that will be passing by late afternoon and then into tonight. And so it will get a little bit heavier, but they're going to be pretty isolated, and I'll show you on the models in just a little while. Live Naked Doppler 7000 HD. I'll put it on pause for County, getting quite a bit, and then over into Santa Clarita. Some light rain down into Fontana, Riverside, Corona, and then down into certain of Foothill Ranch, Mission Viejo, and Laguna, getting some light showers as well. So all the heavy rain, that's northern, that's central California, and they have major flooding concerns too, because we've already seen quite a few, several inches of rain fallen in San Luis Obispo County, and this is a warmer storm too. So with the snow melt, we do have runoff and flooding as a concern, and we even have flood watches in place for some of our local mountains here. I'll be talking more about that coming up. Philip, I'll send it back to you for now. To all the damage that you can see to houses, to businesses, and of course we saw it, and now we're dealing with this warmer storm where we're dealing with a lot more rain than snow, and unfortunately because it's warmer then and we are dealing with quite a bit of rain, then we also have to worry about snow melt, and then we have to worry about flooding. So the concern in central California, they're really getting the brunt of this atmospheric river, and they are seeing quite a bit of rain. We're getting the tail end of it here, so most of it for us is going to be light, but we will watch that's in place for all of our local mountains except for the Orange County mountains. So out to the Inland Empire and then Los Angeles, Ventura counties as well. Most of this is for the mountains and those interior spots, and then out into the high desert too. That's where we're seeing a lot of these winds between about 50 to 60 miles per degrees there. So that lows to the north of us, atmospheric rivers dumping some rain into central California, and it's kind of dropping off here in the southern California, but we are getting the end of it. And you see a lot of the moderate to heavy rain that's in Santa Barbara starts to make its way into areas of Ventura County and northern LA County, and that's when we could start to really see some brief heavy downpours. That will continue to shift to the south and to the east, and we'll continue to see some. Again, you can see it's not everywhere all at once, and that will continue on for the San Gabriels, and then it continues to push on out of here, but even by about 7 p.m. tonight, 1,000 feet, and the high desert. It's windy, it's cool, and we are going to get a little bit of rain up there today, about a half of an inch. Philip, I'll send it back to you.
Okay. Brianna, thank you.
A lot of the bigger impacts in northern and central California, but we definitely could use the breaks here for the mountain communities. Unfortunately, we still have to talk about the risk of some flooding for the mountains, and that's because this is a warmer storm system, and now we are talking about some snow melt. You can see here from our camera overlooking the Angeles now, rain, it's coming at you sideways. That's because it's very windy for some areas, especially in the mountains and the high desert. You got about 32-mile-per-hour winds here. It's 57 degrees, so it's cool, it's breezy, it's raining, and that's going to be most of our rain's pretty light, but there will be some more moderate to heavy cells that will be moving through late afternoon and then into tonight. But I'll put Live Naked Doppler at 7000 HD on pause for you so you can see we're getting a break in a lot of spots right now, and it's going to be on and off here throughout the rest of the day and into tonight. But I'll show you what to expect and what to expect over the weekend too. We're also talking about a second storm in the forecast. That's all coming up. Philip, I'll send it back to you for now.
Okay, Brianna, thank you. But it does, you know.
Doppler 7000 HD showing a lot of light, more moderate rainfall. We've been seeing a lot of heavier rainfall for areas of northern and central California, and you do see some more of that moderate rain over. We will have some heavier cells on and off here. Not everyone's going to see it, but late afternoon and then into tonight, some areas are going to be seeing some heavier rain. So just know that that's coming. Don't want it to catch you off guard. As we take a look at the bus, we do have flood watches in place for our local mountains too, aside from the Orange County mountains, and that's because this is such a warm storm system that the risk of snowmelt is pretty high. So we may see some streams flooding, some too. Aside from that, we do have some high winds as well with this storm, so we've seen some pretty gusty conditions. High wind warning will end soon, it's about 3 p.m., so we're still seeing some gusts close to about 60 miles per hour. And then for some other areas, it'll be expiring a little bit later. So gusty for some, breezy for others, and otherwise we are looking at. So that low pressure, that's to the north of us, atmospheric river here, dumping a ton of rain into central California, and we will just be getting a small portion of that. So anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches. And then if you're in the mountains, a little higher, but about 2 p.m. you start to see some of that heavier rain, and that will continue to move into late afternoon. It will become a little bit more widespread. You see it's heavy at times, especially into the Los Angeles, Orange County. We spring forward into Oscar Sunday, and then it's going to be pretty nice. 67 degrees there on your Monday as well. Beautiful. And then a second storm in the forecast, and we are expecting some warmer temperatures, a little break from the rain most of tomorrow, but then definitely Sunday, Monday. Tuesday, it's cooler, and we're expecting anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of rain. About a ½ inch of rain expected today. Still could see some spotty rain tomorrow. Otherwise, it's returning on Tuesday with a bigger storm. Philip, back to you.
Okay, Brianna, thanks.